building an indie business in the center of venture capital. Um, uh, in the center of venture capital. This is the Building an Indie Business podcast. Um, People on the internet call me Supreme Realm Ham. I am Alex Edmonds. This is recorded in the Indie Business Studio. I think that's the intro. It's something like that. You get the point. Anyways, so the last episode I recorded was the episode where I talk about selling beststartuptool.com, right? So I said I wanted to do an episode about the marketplaces where I've had a successful sale. And this is that episode, right? So I've sold, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 domains. I think 4 different marketplaces or platforms. So I'm going to get into it. So the first sale that I made was alertsforbitcoin.com. And that one, I sold that one on swapped.co. So SWAPD.co. And what I did was I highlighted, no. So that platform likes, like the buyers and sellers, they like crypto related products. So I started there first, right? And like maybe a week later after I posted it, it sold. And so that being my first sale, I was like, oh, this is super easy, right? Like anything else I'm going to sell, it's going to be quickly, right? No, I was wrong. So yeah, that was the first sale. That was on swap.co. I got paid in Bitcoin, and Bitcoin at the time was at 39,000, and right now it's at like 40 something. So, it hasn't moved in terms of, the value. So yeah, I mean, it's whatever though. It'll go up eventually. Yeah, so that's the first sale. The second sale was on so the second sale was letstraveltour.com, and this is the first expired domain sale I had. Alerts for Bitcoin, I created that domain. I added value to it, even though I don't think the backlinks or the domain authority matters. That's a whole nother episode. So yeah, letstraveltour.com. I bought that on expired domains.net. I bought it at auction. It had a domain authority of 26, a lot of backlinks. So yeah, actually that was pretty interesting because I listed it anywhere I could, and I couldn't get people to buy it. And the reason why I bought it was because I was like, okay, I see a lot of travel blogs, and some white girl is going to, see that domain, see that it has the word travel and tour in it, and buy it, right? But here's the thing. The white girls writing those travel blogs, they don't know how to buy an expired domain. So yeah, that was interesting. But so I listed it at like $1,000 at first because I was like, okay, high domain authority, has the word travel in it, has a lot of value, right? But no one bought it. And then, I went from 1,000 to like 700 to then 600 to 500. And then finally I put it at 200, right? And it sold like that. Not for 200, but, lower than 200. And yeah, so the process with Seto is, it's really, it's a lot of work, right? So for Swapped, I talked to the guy, we agreed on a price, We agreed he's going to give me Bitcoin for it. And then I basically just gave him so swapped acts as an escrow, right? And we did the transaction. He sent the Bitcoin to swap to the platform. Then I sent them the authorization code. And then that was it. And that took maybe 3 days at the most. And Seto takes 3 weeks. So you give them the authorization code, then there's so they pay, I give them the authorization code, then there's a period of, okay, let's make sure this transaction is real, and then that 2 weeks later I get money. So yeah, that transaction took 2 to 3 weeks. I'll talk about the other one soon. So yeah, that was number 2. Number 3, I can't remember the name of the domain. It was the finance domain. I think I did an episode on it. It was my personalfinancialinfo.com, something like that. It was in the show notes. mypersonalfinanceinfo.com. That's exactly it. And that one had some domain authority. My thinking was that, this has more domain authority than the revenue research website. So if someone wants to buy it, or if no one buys it, then I can just use it to redirect on the revenue, add it to revenue research and increase the domain authority of revenue research. And then once I started doing that, that's when people started getting interested in buying it, right? So that was on Pork Bun too, and Pork Bun is very simple. You have your domains on Pork Bun already. They're hosted there, and then there's just this marketplace button, and you put your listed price, and if someone finds it and wants to buy it, then it disappears like that, and then they send you the money through PayPal, right? I can't even find the marketplace on Pork Bun. Actually, I'm gonna look for it after I talk about this. Yeah. So mypersonalfinanceinfo.com, I put it on Pork Bun, and then someone bought it, right? And it just disappeared. They emailed me hey, someone bought your domain. We'll send you the transaction or the money from the transaction in 1 or 2 weeks, and that was it, right? Nothing else. So that's number 3. careercheatcodes.com. I did an episode on this. I put it on dnforum.com, and on forums there's this thing about doing a $1 auction. So you start the auction at $1 and then it goes up. And this is mainly for high value domains, right? Yeah. But if your domain is garbage and no one wants to buy it, then one person can be hey, I'd like to buy it, and then you have to sell it to them for $1. So that's what happened to me. That was on Pork Bun, right? No, the domain was hosted on Pork Bun. So yeah. So what I did was I had to wait, I waited a couple weeks to see if anyone would, offer more money. And then I didn't want my reputation to be bad on dnforum.com. So I gave the guy the domain for $1. Yeah, with hopes that, people see that I'm a willing participant and, they buy my other domains, I guess. Yeah. So I lost money on that one. Not too much, but things happen. Okay, and then the next and final domain that I've sold for now, as of this episode, beststartuptool.com. And I bought this because, Best Startup Tools has some search traffic we'll check this. Yeah. So it is some search traffic, and so I figured that maybe someone would buy it for that reason and then redirect it. And it didn't happen. But then I started to optimize my domains more on Seto, so they kept getting more views, and then someone wanted to buy it, right? And I'm still in escrow on that transaction for now. It's about like I said, it takes 2 weeks. I'm about on the second week, like mid second week. So yeah, those are the transactions that I've done. There's also one thing I wanted to look up. I forgot what it is, and I said it too. So yeah, hold on. Okay, I'm back. But there was no wait for you because the magic of editing, as Bill Burr would say. So let's find the pork bun marketplace. Okay, so pork bun marketplace. Oh, okay, there it is. So, yeah, I've seen this before. It's just like a search page, right? So let me do theme. Okay, and then it gives me all the theme related. This is barely a marketplace, right? Okay, they're all like $10,000. And it's all like meta, the meta payments.xyz, the meta payments.co, theme, AI theme.com. No, but like when you go to Namecheap, and you go to market, you see like, oh, there's auctions, there's buy now. That's what I was hoping for the marketplace. So if I type in finance, oh, okay, I have an idea. Let's try to find one of my domains that I have listed on Pork Buns Marketplace. Okay, I'm logging in. I didn't check the robot box. Okay. What? Invalid what? Okay, I probably... Continue. Okay, okay. I have virtual real estate jobs on there, so let's do virtual. Okay, virtual art gallery, virtual. Are you serious? Real. Oh, I missed it. Yeah, so there it is. So that's very specific. Like, oh, I just looked at theme, right? So, yeah, not great. I like Namecheap a lot better. And then where I've been buying expired domains is expireddomains.net. Unfortunately, you have to filter through the garbage of 4 minutes of me looking up stuff to get to that information. But yeah. Anything else? I'm in the process of buying a domain, an expired domain. Not expired, an aged domain. So I'm going to do an episode on that later in a few weeks when that closes. So, yeah. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day. Bye.